But it's cool, I really like it. You know, the thing I love about Ghost of the Shell, it's not just a cop show, it's not just a shoot 'em up, there's a lot of stuff that happens in those shows. There's a lot of questions that they ask, there's a lot of layers, philosophical questions, and they really ask these things that we don't really, and I think in anime in general, they ask these questions that we don't really ask in our animation. You know, our animation's pretty linear, it's formulaic, and it basically, you know, follows a certain pattern. But this stuff is really, you know, you think about it, you know, you think about this, especially Ghost of the Shell, because it's in the future. They have all these incredible things that they're doing, and if you think about it, we're kind of headed in that direction with this technology. And you have to think about, you know, there's a morality to the way this is used. You know, is this going to be used for good or evil, or, you know, all this weird stuff. They're talking about putting chips in people now, it's the same kind of stuff. So it's kind of weird, you know, and it just seems like we're getting there, and you know, this technology is growing exponentially, but we're not really keeping up with it, I don't think, you know.
It's also acting, okay? No matter what you're doing voiceover-wise, it's acting. The secret to voiceovers is really, really simple. I can tell you it in one sentence. You need to be able to read things as if you know what you're talking about, even when you don't. Okay? I could read you scripts as if I had used feminine products firsthand. And you'd believe every word I said. From experience, you'd go, wow, that guy really knows what he's talking about. I can tell you how to dismantle an engine in an industrial. I'd tell you how to build a skyscraper. And you'd go, wow, this guy knows everything. No. What I know how to do is I know how to read the words as if I know everything. And if I don't understand what I'm really talking about, I do know where the nouns and the adjectives and, oh yeah, this is about winning, or this is about making this the best it can be. It's all about making it something that you can relate to. It's not rocket science at all. You need to be able to be credible, and that does take skill and training, but it's all about being able to basically fool the listener into the fact that you know everything, right? Funny voices are only a bonus. You can have the greatest range of characters, and if you can't act, I don't care. I've made more money talking like this than using a funny voice. The fact that I can talk in funny voices, but still convey the emotions and things like that is because it's all about credibility. Does that make sense?
There are just kind of a few rules. It's just kind of like common courtesy. If you're gonna talk about a fandom, please pretend that like the person sitting next to you is like 8 feet tall, muscle bound, and wearing like a t-shirt of the exact same thing you're about to crap on. You know, let's keep it pretty nice so we don't offend anybody, because really, like, that's the worst thing. That is the worst thing, making somebody feel bad because of something they like. Like, genuinely, that is the worst thing you can do, you know, as somebody that's part of a fandom. Absolutely terrible.
All the time. I have an idea where I want to go with a character, and they'll say, give me a few lines, just read it, we'll dial in a voice. I'll say, I got this. Yes, well, I'm going to take it this way. They're like, no. Make it sound flatter. Kermit doesn't work a good anime character? You're right. Is it cute? Do it flat. Yeah, I've lost track of how many takes I've given, where like I'll give a subtle, nuanced one, and then one that's typical anime over the top, and like that's what they go with. It's like, come on, let's go subtle. What's wrong with subtle? But sometimes it does call for over the top. I have no problem doing that.
There are a lot of techniques you can do, especially warming up is really great for your voice. But when it comes to doing like that low, the raspy sound, it's not really that hard anymore because I've been doing it for so long now. Yeah, so the first time was fine. The second time, I guess I didn't warm up, so it really hurt. But nothing compares to the time when I did a Chun-Li fan dub. And I was supposed to go, yeah, like a lot of kicking sounds, and I recorded it too much, and I coughed up blood. But luckily I was really young, so I learned, because at that point I was like, that's it, I'm never going to be a voice actor. And actually, do you guys know Erica Mendez? She's another guest here. Yeah. So she stepped in for this fan dub and did that one line that tore up my throat for me.
Why can't the fortune teller have babies? You know this one, don't you? Their husband has crystal balls. Okay, good night, everybody.